Hey everyone, Mad Senpai here. Today I get to show you some footage of Nacho Finance's Friday Night Fight spec matches, and I'm going to be going over how all these spec matches are going to function. As always, this video is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. I'm not a financial advisor. Always make sure to do your own research and only invest money you are able to lose. Also, everything shown in this video is alpha of the GameFi system, so anything I'm showing here is subject to change at any given moment. Alright, Friday Night Fights. So why compete in spec matches? Well, first of all, it helps with the health of the protocol, right? I explained in my last videos how the GameFi ties the DeFi together. It gives it utility, it completes the ecosystem, alright? If you're not sure how that works, go to my last videos and I explain it all right there. Alright, the second is that it turns your NFT into a possible token printer. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole Medium article. If you want to do that yourself, I'm going to leave a link for it in the description below. But instead, I'm going to show you how this all works. Alright, before playing the video, I'm going to give a rundown of what's going on here. Alright, so this is the interface of the spec match. Here we have the flyweight fight. We have Gazbro versus Darth Leopard. So, you have the level of the luchador, alright, which is an average of all the different stats. Alright, now in the fight, there are 7 rounds. It starts off with the level, times a stat, times another stat, times your roll with the 20-sided die. Now, I'm going to let this play through, and I'm going to kind of go through and explain kind of some of the different mechanisms at work here. See, the red loses here, green's the winner. Alright, now a few things to note. First of all, whenever you roll a 20, it's an automatic win. And whenever you roll a 1, automatic dead. You lose that round. Now, although there is, some skill base to the game, right? Deciding which stats to train, how all that's going to work. There's a lot of luck and a lot of RNG. Because based off of what you roll, can make or break the game. Doesn't matter if, some stats are a lot higher than the other. What you roll makes a big difference. Now, one thing to note, some basic math here, anything times 0 always equals 0. That's important to make sure going into these spec matches, you at least have some stats up to 0.1 to 1 or whatever. Because if you redo this math, if Gazbro here had a stamina of 1, he would have won this fight. 5.8 times 8.4 times 1 times 17 is 800 and something. He would have won that fight and would have actually won the entire spec match. So it's important to make sure going into these you at least have some level to your stats, because with the way it works, anything times 0 is 0. Unless you get lucky with an ace, but there's about a 5% chance of that, so don't go banking on getting an ace for your zeros. Train your luchadors. When each player registered to fight, it was a 10 N-bond entry fee. So the winner receives 20 N-bond. In addition to that, there are the bets on the fight. Now the way the betting is going to work, at least as of now, is 5% of all the betting goes to the protocol. This can be used to help sustain PEG, or it could be used to help build the project, however the team needs to use it and best sees fit at the time. That's how that's going to get used. Another 5% goes to the winner, and then the rest of the pot gets split amongst the winners who bet correctly. Alright, now when you're registering for the fight, only a few, every Friday night there's going to be 1 fight per weight class. So for the flyweight, there's only going to be 2 spots to fight. So in this example, it shows 4 out of 2 people have registered. 2 of these 4 people will be selected, and then everyone else will be able to make their bets, who they think is going to win. Looking on this one, most people betted on the right guy, right? Which, right here, is Darth Leopard. So then they're going to split the rest of the pot, however that math works out. And that's how the betting for the spec matches is going to work. In addition to this, there's also going to be the battle royales. Now, the math for the battle royales works out a little bit differently than the spec matches. I shouldn't say a little bit. It works completely different. So you take the level, which is the sum of, or the average of the sum of your stats. You multiply it by one roll, and then you divide it by a second roll. Now, this makes the battle royales a lot more even. Although I don't have a video for it, I'll show you the image of how this plays out. Big level discrepancies don't really matter as much with the battle royale. It's a lot more luck based. If you're a higher level, absolutely you'll have a better chance. Odds will be slightly more in your favor. However, there's a lot more luck to it. All right. Now this is just a picture of how it played out. If you look, this guy with level 10 is based off of the rolls. Won his way through. And doesn't matter if you have the highest at the start, as long as you're not in last. Right? So this guy had the worst roll, he's out. The next worst roll, he's out. Next worst roll, so on and so on, until the end, when the winner is decided. Alright? Again, the pot works the same. Winner gets 5%, the protocol gets 5%, and then whoever bet correctly, whoever gets the right person, they get the pot. Or the pot gets split against all the people who guessed correctly. Alright, and then this is just a picture of how the betting for it works, right? You add your Nacho to whoever you think is going to win. And all of these fights are going to play through in order. So, like I said, they're looking to make a big event out of this. They want it to be something where everyone could tune in, watch. Everyone will watch the flyweight, the heavyweight, so on and so on. And then the battle royales. And everyone will see it play out over, I think, half hour. Is what they said. It'll be a half-hour event where we'll watch all these fights play through live. And this isn't the long-term plan for it. There will be nightly fights eventually in the future. But until the player base is big enough that we can actually do that, and we can actually have matchmaking, this is a way to kind of help get more traction and more eyes on it, right? Have a Friday night fight. People can come in, tune in, watch it happen, and just see people win, see people lose, and see people bet. All right, now this is the betting, another betting page for it. If you see here, 46 out of 16 registered. 46 people register for the Battle Royale. Only 16 will be in. 10 N bond entry fee. 20 N bond prize. And so remember, if you win this, 200 N bond prize, not only do you get the 200 N bond, but you get 5% of all of the bets that are placed on this fight. So previously, when I mentioned about making a potential token printer, this is what it's talking about. Right? People come in, people bet, you get a little bit of that, people bet right, they make their money too. And as this keeps going, as this keeps playing, and you start getting win-loss records, maybe you have a 10-2 win-loss record, well, obviously you have a pretty good NFT, or maybe it's just an NFT with good RNG. Either way, your NFT is going to be more valuable. It shows that he's a winner. It makes money. It also supports the ecosystem, right? This is the vision in the works. This is how this is all going to play out. This is what we're looking forward to here, and honestly, it looks damn good. If you like the video and like to see more content like this, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on Spec Matches. I plan on live streaming the Friday night fights as soon as they start happening. Mad Senpai out.